Hello, I'm Heather Dawson, and welcome to California Life, where we bring you the best of California every week on our show. And in honor of Father's Day, we've got a special episode featuring some of our favorite segments. Paso Robles is known for its sprawling wine country, but what you may not know is there's also a bustling downtown area. Our Audra Stafford takes us there in part 3 of our special Spotlight series.
At the halfway point between San Francisco and Los Angeles lies Paso Robles and its 26,000 acres of vineyards, more than half of which are Cabernet Sauvignon and other red Bordeaux varietals. And at the heart of Paso Robles, a charming downtown full of one-of-a-kind shops, restaurants, and tasting rooms.
At the end of the day, when they have tasted everywhere, they come to downtown to sort of let go and just have a good time.
And there's no better place to do that than at LXV Tasting Room.
LXV is where art of fine wine and art of living come together.
LXV offers a wine pairing experience you won't find anywhere else, using spices.
These spices actually unlock flavors in the wine that you wouldn't get on your first sip.
For Cabernets, LXV recommends an Indian spice mix.
It's called garam masala, which is cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and some of the pepper in it. Because Cab has inherent spiciness to it.
The area's bold Cabernets also pair well with flavorful cheeses. And Vivant Fine Cheese in downtown Paso has plenty to pick from.
We source our cheeses as much as possible locally, and then we go out from there. We carry about 250 varieties at any given point.
Burbank Ranch Winery and Bistro also recognizes that variety is the spice of life. It's why they've created flights of wine that pair with small bites of food.
We believe that food and wine are created to go together. We want the wine to enhance the food, and we want the food to enhance the wine.
And to enhance your experience at Burbank Ranch.
We have an educational winery at the front of this tasting room, and in the fall, we actually bring in buckets of grapes and we process a small amount, ferment them here.
Obviously, when people come to Paso, they come for the delicious food and wine, especially the distinguished Cabernet Sauvignon and red Bordeaux. But downtown Paso also offers a full-service luxury salon, Salon Rue, and the region's finest boutique hotel, Hotel Cheval. The sophisticated and intimate Hotel Cheval offers well-traveled guests an experience unlike any other and features exceptional personalized service amidst thoughtfully designed and refined accommodations. When it comes to shopping, the owners of Ann B have made sure their store lives up to those same standards. Ann B offers clothing, home decor, jewelry, and accessories for both men and women, and the items are carefully sourced from designers around the world.
Paso was in need of more shopping, different style of shopping than the common store we can find.
It's clear there is nothing common about Paso Robles. Take a stroll around downtown City Park and you might just catch a live music performance. And to make art a part of your visit, make a stop at Studios on the park. Just steps away, you'll find the general store.
We chose to open the general store in downtown Paso Robles because we could see a lot of energy pouring into downtown between the restaurants and the tasting rooms and the beautiful downtown park and the events that are held there. We just knew that Paso was ready to support a place for someone to pick up a little piece of Paso to take home with them.
Another great place to get a taste of Paso is at the annual Cabs of Distinction event. Each year, local winemakers come together to showcase their Cabernets and Bordeaux.
I always look forward to the Cabs of Distinction. It's such an amazing opportunity to taste so many great cabs in one place, and the food pairings are always exceptional.
With so many exceptional things to see and do and taste in Paso Robles, it's no wonder Wine Enthusiast magazine named it Wine Region of the Year. Bringing you the best of California, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
And coming up next, he's one of country music's biggest stars and has a new album. We catch up with Clay Walker and a pirate exhibit perfect for Father's Day. It's all coming up right here on California Life. Well, more than 2 million people are affected by multiple sclerosis, and now one country music legend is speaking out to give back to others living with the same condition. Georgette Copes takes us to the Avalon Beverly Hills Hotel for this intimate interview with Clay Walker.
Up close and personal with country singer and actor Clay Walker. I'm Georgette Copes, and here's a special story of his battle with multiple sclerosis and a mission to raise awareness.
Singing is so much part of my fiber that it's something I've been doing since I was a child.
Words of passion from legendary country music artist Clay Walker.
It's just got this magic to it. We have the new music coming out very soon. Just finishing the record and just letting a few key industry people hear it at the moment. And so far the feedback has been amazing.
Life on the road for this multi-platinum star consists of more than just high notes and melodies.
TV seemed like a natural transition. Outdoor TV fit right in with my lifestyle. I have a very active lifestyle.
Clay's adventurous side landed him on the Outdoor Channel, and soon enough you'll even catch that famous smile on the big screen.
This was my first acting role, and it won't be my last. It's a great film. It's got a great hope message to it. I played the love interest of the lead character.
The movie Alone Yet Not Alone is set to open in theaters June 13th.
If people want to see something that is highly cinematic, I would say go see this film because it's stunning, beautiful.
And despite his multiple sclerosis diagnosis, Clay has always been unstoppable.
Without the knowledge that I've gained over the past 18 years, there's been some pitfalls and there's been some triumphs, and learning from those and being able to help others in the MS community find their way a little quicker has been a goal and a passion of mine.
A passion that led to his foundation charity, Band Against MS, to raise money for awareness and a cure. Clay explains MS is a tricky disease and you need to be on top of it.
I've been 16 years without a relapse, and that is something that I didn't know was possible, because when I was originally diagnosed, the prognosis was very grim. I was told that I would be in a wheelchair. I recently discovered by staying current that there was the same brand of medication that I've been taking for 16 years, which I've been relapse-free on, is now available in a new 3 times a week, 40 milligram.
On his toughest days, how does Clay overcome the battle?
My family has been the joy. I thought MS was going to rob me of that joy, of being able to love and to love fully and to live fully, but it's been anything but that. I have a better life because of being diagnosed with MS.
Reporting for California Life HD, I'm Georgette Copes in Beverly Hills.
And coming up, a pirate ship story that ended with one little boy's treasure. As always, don't go anywhere. It's all coming up right here on California Life. Well, it's the only collection of real pirate treasure ever recovered. California Life's Audra Stafford explains how one boy's dream turned into a search for a sunken ship that turned up gold.
Now, experience the story of real pirates.
It's a true tale of adventure that began when Barry Clifford was just a boy growing up near Cape Cod.
About a pirate ship losing this incredible treasure a few hundred feet offshore.
Like most kids, he was fascinated, and his fascination only grew as he got older.
When I came back from college, I started a diving business, salvaging modern shipwrecks, but in my spare time, I would go exploring for ancient shipwrecks.
Including that pirate ship he'd been hearing about all his life, the Witta.
I started doing research on it in the late 70s, and we discovered the ship in '84.
When they were down to their last dollar.
I think the old timers thought that, this guy's just an upstart, he's looking for pirate treasure. The guy ought to be locked up somewhere. And of course, then when we found it, it was on the front page of the New York Times.
And now the Witta's treasure is on display in a traveling exhibition currently at the San Diego Natural History Museum.
The pirates had robbed over 50 ships. In fact, at least 56 ships they robbed that we know of. And so we have a cross-section of cultural material from over 50 ships from over 300 years ago.
Like a large collection of African jewelry, gold coins dating back to Ferdinand and Isabella, and weapons of all kinds. Visitors to the exhibit can also walk right through this full-size replica of the Witta's stern. and learn about its beginnings as a slave ship and the crew's experiments with democracy.
Here's a ship that had a license to buy and sell people. It's captured by pirates, a third of whom are of African origin, along with Native Americans, and they were voting. The more we learned and the more we uncovered, the more we realized, like, there's really something important here.
Including a message about following your dreams.
You know, I come back here after 30 years and I walk around and I look and I can't believe I did this. There's a lesson there. If I can do it, anybody can.
Bringing you the best of California from San Diego, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
June is National Dairy Month, the perfect time to celebrate diversity in the dairy aisle. Dairy, of course, has always been an American staple with essentials like milk, butter, and cheese, but it's also grown and changed with consumers' needs.
Today's modern dairy aisle is no longer just the staples like milk and eggs and butter, though. According to the National Frozen and Refrigerated Foods Association, the dairy aisle has evolved over the years. We're adapting to new lifestyle changes and food trends and the dietary needs of everyone. So I think the dairy aisle is seeing progress and, of course, success when you go to the grocery store, like you said, inflation or otherwise, because there's so many good things there. There are nutritious, protein-packed products you can eat for every occasion. There's lots of versatility. It really is an innovative place to find tasty ingredients. And as I mentioned, with June being National Dairy Month, it's the perfect time to stock up on staples when you get all of those special deals. So you do have a benefit to keep your budget in check.
And consumers agree the dairy aisle is getting more attention as a place to go to try new products. And with that, Chef Jamie has some great recipes.
Who doesn't want to sit down to a Mediterranean snack platter that looks just like that? This is what I say transports you to sun-kissed shores, right? This is a culinary escape. Homemade naan, super simple if you've never made it. A homemade tzatziki, just really embracing all that beautiful yogurt opportunity that exists in the dairy aisle. This is the best of the best to me. Now, I will tell you, I am completely addicted and happy to admit it. This is my toasted marshmallow iced coffee, and it will take your iced coffee game to the next level. The toasty, beautiful marshmallows bring back that, s'mores reminiscence, and you get the creamy texture. It is entirely dairy-free, and it is that refreshing sip that just leaves you wanting more. Now, nothing screams summer like tomatoes, and if you want to elevate your summer soirees, this is my best recipe. It's a flaky dough that comes from the dairy aisle, made for you, right? There's nothing better than rolling it out and throwing it in the oven, except for when you top it with mozzarella and cheddar and Parmesan, and you get those juicy slices of summer ripened tomatoes. So good.
You can get details on these recipes and much more at easyhomemeals.com.
easyhomemeals.com. Budget-friendly meal ideas, lots of information on everything you love from the National Frozen and Refrigerated Association. Again, easyhomemeals.com. While you're there, enter to win the $10,000 sweepstakes. Check it out, and happy National Dairy Month to you.
Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Though we saw a record amount of rain and snow this winter, we still face a hotter, drier future. These weather extremes are why the state of California's Save Our Water campaign is encouraging Californians to make water conservation a way of life. And something as simple as changing the way we garden can have a huge impact. With us today, we have design principal and landscape architect Kate Hayes of Sacramento-based Merida and Dr. June Bando, the executive director of California Native Plant Society, to talk with us about how we can transition our yards from water-thirsty lawns to low-water California native plants. Dr. June, before we dive in, can you start by telling us what you mean when you say native plant and how when gardening with native plants and other water-wise plants, we can save water?
A California native plant is simply a plant that is originally from California. So these incredible plants have evolved with our landscapes over time and are uniquely suited to our climate.
And to jump in quickly, Save Our Water is looking to help residents make water conservation a way of life. And these California native plants that June mentions are a really critical piece of this water conservation puzzle.
Now, some people might think that a low-water garden has to be all cacti and rocks, but the garden you're standing in looks gorgeous, even lush. How how does someone make a transition from a traditional lawn to something more like the garden we're looking at?
These gardens are not only lush, but they're green, they're colorful, they're textured, and they can really suit many different design types. So in terms of answering the how, my recommendation is to start small. Pick a sunny patch or an entryway. There are a couple key websites, bloomcalifornia.org, calscape.org, where you can find plant lists and simple design recommendations to help you get started.
Do you have any budget-friendly options or ideas for people who want to start out small?
Your local water agency typically has very generous rebate programs that span from the entire yard down to a simple but effective irrigation device like a controller. A lot of these local water agencies also provide design assistance program and can help offset the costs of bringing a professional out to help you.
What's the best time to plant California natives, and when are they in full bloom?
The best time to plant is late fall or early winter. So now is a great time to be thinking about what plants you want and where you want them in your yard. And those resources that Kate mentioned, calscape.org and bloomcalifornia.org, are great resources for getting started.
Go to saveourwater.com where you can learn more about water conservation in the landscape, but also in your home.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
For those of us who care about birds, butterflies, and other pollinators, your garden can be a lifeline. These creatures are in serious decline across California, and the more native habitat we can provide, the better their chances of survival. So in addition to conserving an enormous amount of water, putting native plants into your yard can really help provide habitat for these important creatures.
Wow. You've certainly both inspired us to embrace the beauty and sustainability of California living by incorporating water-wise practices into our gardening. Bringing you the best of California living, I'm Will Armstrong for California Life.
Well, that's it for us. Happy Father's Day, everyone. And if you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next time.
Haha! This is Dad Life. It's how we live 24/7, 365. Check me. Gas station glasses, don't care what the masses think about me with my sweet goatee. I'm rocking my Dockers with a cuff and a crease. I got that St. John's Bay and a clip for my piece. I look nice. I got dozens of dollars and that's right. It goes straight to my daughters and my wife. I'm a miracle dad, making magic with the checkbook is a talent I have.
I roll hard in the yard with a 60-inch cut. Zero turn radius, my neighbors say, what? They be driving by, peeping my landscape. Yo, these greens got nothing on my manscape. Hydrangeas, begonias, crepe myrtles,
ornamental turtle.
Hold up, is that a weed in my fescue?
Oh no, round up to the rescue. It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Take my daughter to the party, it's the dad life. It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Shooting vids of the kids, it's the dad life. Roll up to the splash pad, 10 a.m. My whole entourage hops out the minivan. We splishy splashy for an hour or two, then it's back to the house, prepping for the barbecue.
Brats, dogs, racker ribs, whatever. Get me on the Weaver, man, nobody does it better. Call me Lord of the Grill, I'm king of the coals. Nana's secret recipe, you know how I roll.
1080p, 16:9. I'm rocking man cave status with a screen like mine. Keep your peanut butter hands off my 50-inch Vizio. Pop up the corn, roll the Disney video.
Don't you dare close your eyes. We got Aladdin, Jasmine, Abu, the genie. With kids like mine, everybody wants to be me.
Sing a night song and then it's off to bed. This is the dad life, no more to be said. It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Hit the mall, coaching ball, it's the dad life. It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Playing rough, fixing stuff, it's the dad life.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.